Okay, well, now, this is part 5 of going backwards. Now, what I'm going to share with you is about, of course, going forward, but going backwards, looking at things that have happened so that we can see the similarities. And how do we heal? Now, let me go backwards for a moment to show you some things about aliens, okay? Because the whole point in what I'm attempting to do is not tell you anything, but to share, okay? And facilitate growth. That's what a mother does. A mother does it really, tell her children things. Because we have built in, right, a conscious, and we are energy. What we are doing is we're facilitating the growth of our youth. Because what they are, they already are. But the system has sent our children into a school to actually corrupt their disc or their brain. So right now it's eject time. Eject, eject, eject. I want to eject the disc. It's corrupt. Because when we come here, we have super consciousness. We're super intelligent. The child is watching. And if you go back and think about yourself, no one actually held your hand continuously for you to learn to walk. You watched, you observed, and you are already into geometry where you know spatial patterns to navigate around a chair, and all of that was inside of you already. So you were already doing geometry when you began to walk. Now, in reference to the different races, well, we come from different spaces, and all is space, all is energy. And when we say spaces, yes, we're in space and we come from different spaces and different places. And we are made up differently. Everything that a rose needs, okay, is not necessarily what a daffodil needs, nor a cactus. So, in terms of races, we don't need to trip about who's white, black, red, or whatever. What we need to know is, what's your composition? What do you need? What type of environment is basic for all life, but then for other life to thrive, what environment is necessary for that species to survive? So we're all beings and we all be here. Now, what do I need to survive? What type of plant am I? Well, just like you have a plant for those that, love planting like I do. Well, you have some plant that just love to be in the sun. And if you have a plant that, you put in the shade, but it loves sun, it will begin to die. So we have a microbiome, right? And environments and, everything that is happening inside of us is happening on the outside of us. So you have to think in terms of a whole ecosystem, and that everybody is on the chain. But now everybody is acting like they off the chain, because they are. And sometimes the word would be like you off your rocker, right? So we have to get back on the rocker. And the rocker means that, see, we're going in time. See, that's what it simply means. We're going in time. Because that's what we need to be, right? We need to beat. See how the heart beats? So we need to be and beat in timing. So everything right now that we have done so far, we've been doing it out of timing. And that is military. See? When you're doing things by military time. We have to do things at a specific time when I'm saying it's universal timing. See? When you work in universal timing, you are doing things in order. And all of us are beings here, and we can say that we are aliens because, well, initially, right, you're alien to me. I don't know your culture. Your culture is different. Wherever you come from, I don't know how to eat, let's say, Italian. I don't do things in that way. My culture is different. And if I'm not in my culture, well, then, of course, I die. It's just like a peach dish. And that's what this world is. It's a peach dish. And I have a certain culture that goes along with my dark skin, as well as those who are of lesser degree, they have a culture as well. But we must all know that the whole world is a culture. It's all bacteria. And it's our mother. See? And we're all on her. And we have to give thanks to her because she feeds all cultures. And she doesn't discriminate. That is where we have to go. Now, some of us are a little bit out of this realm and we have different things that we need in our body. Black people need, more of certain elements than others. And black people have more calcium than other races because our bones are dense. Now, if I'm going to go back, I have to say that I was in a major car accident, but my bones are thick, according to even what the doctors say. If I was a white woman, I would have been dead because the accident would have broke my neck, or my foot totally because of my bones being thicker. And then that major car accident, I was not totally crushed. But what he was saying was that a white woman may not have been able to take that amount of impact. But simply because I was stronger boned, I was able to. Because that is from his experience, okay? So black people do have denser bones. And there's reasons for all of this. I don't have that much time to go into it. But you see, it's all nature. So even the vitamin D that black people need by being in the sun, we need that at longer periods of time. Whereas a Caucasian still needs vitamin D, but they don't need as much of it. And they don't need to stay in the sun as long too because their skin is thin. So this is to not say that we have to make all these different differences. We have to know that, yes, we're different, but we must celebrate our differences because we're still all nature. And we have to accept that we just have different natures, just like the plants. And be happy. Just don't keep picking on them. Don't pick the plants. Let them be. That's how we're supposed to be too. Just let us be.